Alright, yo, what up, YouTube? What up, boxing fans? He King Fight News. A post weigh-in. Both of these guys look solid, but I'm just gonna go ahead and give my prediction on this fight. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It's been a while since we've seen Chavez Jr. back on the stage. His most recent fight was 2012, September 15th. We all know what happened. A unanimous decision loss to Sergio Martinez, the current lineal middleweight champion of the world. Before that, he was pretty much undefeated. 46 victories, 32 by way of KO, and 1 defeat. Going up against Brian Vera, the Warrior. That's what they call him, and that's what he does. He goes in there, he'll always give you 100%, give you a tough fight. He's on a string of victories, a 4-fight win streak after his loss to Andy Lee. He beat Sergio Mora and Sergey Zinzurek in that 4-fight stretch. He actually knocked out Zinzurek in 10, which was, a very solid performance. He knocked him down in more than one occasion, and he showed big power in the looping right hand. Overall, this is an intriguing matchup, very intriguing matchup. Julio Chavez Jr. Could not make 168. That's where the fight was contracted at. They had to do some sort of arrangement so they could accommodate towards Julio Chavez. And just from the weigh-in, you'll notice a little welt under Chavez's left eye. I don't know why there's a welt there, but that's a big deal. His eye could easily swell if hit in that area, and you never know. That could definitely have an impact in the fight. Overall, both of these guys have solid chins. Last time Vera was KO'd was against James Kirkland back in 2008. Other than that, he has not been knocked out. Chavez Jr. seems to have inherited something from his father, an iron chin. This guy has a very solid chin, and his punching power is not one shot. I wouldn't call it one shot power. He's got accumulation type punching power, much like his father. He'll really break you down round after round, wear you out, fight on the inside, put his weight on you. He really wants to slug it out in close quarters. And I think the X factor in this fight is how is Brian Vera going to approach this? Because he's a warrior. He'll go toe-to-toe with you as well. He does not mind standing right in front of his opponent and going to war. And if he does that, I don't think he's going to win the fight. You want to go to war, you don't go to war with a Chavez, because those guys love to do that. and he's the bigger man in this fight. This is literally Chavez, the cruiserweight. Right? He's not a fucking super middleweight. He's Chavez, the cruiserweight, and you finna gonna fight him at 190. That's how you gonna fight him. You ain't gonna fight him at 175, 180. He's gonna be 190 in the ring, and he's gonna be ready to do whatever it takes to win this fight. So I think Brian Vera's got to box a little bit. He's got to flash a jab. He's got to try and fight him at distance, and he's got to do what Chavez does. He's got to go to the body, try and have Chavez tire himself out towards the later rounds, and hopefully squeak out a decision. That's how Brian Vera has to win this fight. And he's got to really have a wide gap in terms of the scorecards. He's got to land clean punches and basically do what Martinez did, minus the 12th round. Overall, I don't see fucking Brian Vera doing this. He's in great shape, but I just think he's like Andy Lee. He's gonna get fucking. He's just gonna get into a war with a guy that's bigger and stronger, and he might uh, put himself down to Chavez's level. Whereas if he fought a smarter fight, he's got a real shot at victory, a legitimate shot. So, Chavez is Chavez. You don't go to war with the Chavez. And I think Brian Vera might get himself caught up in just that. So overall, I'm going to pick Chavez Jr. He's got a lot of advantages going into this fight. It's kind of a tough pick, oddly enough. Part of me wants to go with the underdog, and if you really want to bet on this fight, you're getting amazing odds on Brian Vera. However, it just depends on how much Chavez Jr. has left in the tank. If you saw him train, he looked half decent, but we don't know in terms of stamina-wise how he's going to do in this fight. And it's an open question. Does Chavez Jr. still have it in him? And can he still fight at the elite level? It's an open question. Brian Vera is not an elite level fighter, but we do know he's trained his ass off for this fight. So if I had to pick, I'd say Chavez Jr. by decision. I personally don't believe. I think there's a greater chance this fight goes the distance. Oddly enough, the styles make for a war. Brian Vera hasn't been knocked out since James Kirkland, and I think Chavez will tire out. And I could be wrong, but I'm going with the fucking Chavez. Hopefully, he gets his ass whooped, but I'm going with him. Let me know what you guys think. It is what it is. Peace out. Take care.